In all honesty, who do they think they are with these prices and unreliability, right? Why are you charging me top dollar for something that's going to overheat in 5 or 6 years?
The Ken and Don Show, the Automotive Podcast.
One, this is the Ken and Don Show, right? Ken, make some noise.
Ken, and yo, this is
Don.
And
this is Bigger Don.
Little Don over here.
This is actually my show. I have Dr. Ken into this show, and so we are now coming together to, help the youth. All right, this particular episode right now is near and dear to my heart, and that's real. This is like we're gonna try to
Dodge.
keep it short. It's about Dodge, but the harsh reality is, oh, there's something in my mustache. Anyway, the harsh reality is it's about the car culture, the automotive industry as a whole in general, right? This is the following statement. This is the statement I'm gonna head in this episode. Who in the world? Who do they think they are? In all honesty, who do they think they are with these prices and unreliability, right? Why are you charging me top dollar for something that's going to overheat in 5 or 6 years, right? If you're going to charge me that amount of money, it needs to be reliable for at least 15 to 20 years. And you're not doing that. And so this episode, I'm very passionate about. I'm very aggravated. I came in aggravated, and I want to let out some steam because it's some issues and some chalks and droughts that I want to show you guys. And I ultimately want to educate everybody. We already know this information, but it needs to be said on a car automotive podcast platform. And the reason for that is nobody really talks about how expensive these cars have gotten for the everyday consumer. Now they're going into a luxury territory with these prices. And that's crazy. And we're not getting a luxury product. And this is mainly coming from the American companies. Who do they think they are? With unreliable engines, overheating Dodge, Chrysler, I'm talking about you, with the 3.5 and the 3.6 Pentastar V6. The overheating has gotten out of hand. The Hemi, right? It's a reliable engine. I give you that. Again, the electrical gremlins that you guys haven't sought out, right, have been inconsistent. My Charger had electrical gremlins out of the blue. This thing didn't happen. So we're going to get to the bottom of this. We're going to take you through this episode, and we just want you, the viewer, to know that we are just like you guys too as well. All right, Kenyon, without further ado, first off, question, who do they think they are, Kenyon?
They are Dodge. They're an American car company that is known for building those Ram trucks that used to look good. And I actually used to like to look at them.
I still like them.
Not so much anymore. But yeah, Ram trucks are out of the three, Chevy and GMC and Ford. Out of those, I think that I've heard the most reliability issues with Ram trucks. I've always have. That hasn't changed.
Mm-hmm.
And
transmission issues.
Yeah, and other things. But yeah, Dodge is also known for the muscle car Challenger with that Hemi V8 and the Dodge Durango with that Hemi V8. So who do they think they are? Well, honestly, I think that they realize everything is going up right now. Everything is getting more expensive. Cars are having more and more features that weren't offered as standard features back in the previous generation models. Um, so yeah, the Dodge. For one thing, let's look at the Dodge Challenger, right? The base engine the Charger um, used to be a V6. So yeah, you can get it at what 34 grand for its base
Less than
price,
that. I think
or
for the
32
base price. Yeah,
30 32.
yeah,
It wasn't really
base
going lower than that. So and you got a V6, but that V6, what did it have? Like what
300 horsepower.
300 horsepower? And so you got to look at it though, because when you start going up through the trim levels, then it starts to get more expensive. Now you have a V8 that has 375 horsepower,
Mm-hmm.
and then that starts to get more expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Now you're paying what 44 grand or
Mm-hmm.
so more,
Mm-hmm.
and so I don't know. Are they really changing? And then you have the Dodge Charger RT base MSRP with the inline six has 420 horsepower,
Mm-hmm.
and its base MSRP is $50,000.
59. I mean, forgive me,
Sorry, it's
49,000.
49,000,
49,000. But it's
49,995,
50,000.
which is pretty much $50,000.
Yeah, 50,000.
That's the base price with the inline six, 420 horsepower. And so is what I'm seeing is that they're just not offering lower trim levels.
I disagree.
And that's all that's really happening. They're not offering the
I
lower trim
disagree with you,
levels.
Kenyon. Kenyon.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Donald,
I'm
because it
sorry.
seems to me that they haven't really changed. They're not trying to move up market. We all see that. They
Listen, Kenyon. I
they haven't
listen,
changed. What's
listen,
really changed?
listen. Let me say this much, right? Here's the thing though. I see what you're saying, but a base 2026 RT 49K base
Right.
MRSP.
Let's get it right. Inline six,
Inline
420
says
horsepower. Remember those numbers.
400. Let's. All right. Cool. I'm not looking at the numbers, right? I think the numbers is all right. It's a good engine.
But
We know
you
they
have to
can do
keep it
what they can do.
relative. You have to keep it
No, no, no,
relative.
no, no, no. We gonna keep it relative, right? So 49K. Now we have for an original base Hemi V8. This base MRSP $37,245. That's $11,755 price hike.
That's a
Is
used
that
price. Yeah,
that
it's
that
gotta be. It's a used price because
that's not a used price. That it's coming out in 2023. What type of inflation is that? Come on.
it,
What type
it
of inflation are we dealing with? Now, I want to set the precedence now, right? We say horsepower. I want to kind of remove horsepower out the equation. Cause look, check this out.
well, you have to keep it in there because you have to
No,
keep
no,
the
no,
trim
no,
level
no, no,
equal.
no. Now listen, let's check this out. We got
Because,
340 horsepower Monster Premium, which I do own for
now, come on,
57K. Listen,
Boss.
57K,
Come on now.
right?
Come on.
We
All right.
have the base, right, which is I want to say 240 horsepower for
280.
280 for $38,800.
39.
I say that to say, listen. I say that to say, what value proposition do you think you are? What value proposition are you giving me? Are you really that high after your own clout? Fiat, Chrysler, Dodge, Stellantis, that you're going to try to grape us over the hot coals, I can't say the other word, to grape us over the hot coals, over a funky tail inline six because you think it's all that in a bag of chips. Listen, don't get me wrong. An inline six historically has been proven to be one of the most reliable engines to date.
It is.
It's
even
one of
though
the
it don't
most,
sound as good.
and it's one of the most balanced engines to date. Right? It's one of the most heat conservative engines to date. It expels heat in the most appropriate way to date. An inline six. That being said, we got Dodge who made the inline six. Are they known for reliability? Are they? No. I mean, honestly, right? So
Dodge
why?
not.
No, I'm just being honest. If anybody will probably mess up an inline six configuration, it's gonna be them.
Yeah.
It's gonna and what? Guess what we gonna get with an inline six that we normally don't get? Overheating.
Yeah.
Which is a very rare case to happen. But this is a track record of Dodge. I'm saying if you're going to step to me with this price tag, this car better last a solid. It better be like a Toyota Camry of yesteryears, and it better last me a solid 25 years with me replacing small parts at year 15. Small, trivial, contrite parts at year 15. For this price, I need to get something reliable. Who do you think you are? Listen, I want to interject this to you, Kenya. All right, Kenya,
I will say this.
go
Well,
ahead, Kenya.
I'll let you finish. I'll let you finish. Go ahead.
All right, here's the thing. No, Kenya, go say what you want to say. I want to
It's
get.
kind of lengthy because here's
No,
the
go
thing.
ahead.
The Dash Challenger has, I will say this, it did increase in its price. I'm not disagreeing,
Huh?
but I'm just saying all things are relative.
So
Did it just increase in price and offer you the same thing? Or did the car get a little bit bigger? The thing is 206 inches long compared
it's
to
longer than the
100.
Jeep Grand Cherokee L. It's longer than that.
Exactly, compared to 197.9 like it used to be. The Challenger. I'm talking about the coupe. I'm talking about
Yeah,
the two-door.
Charger. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, the thing is long.
Yeah.
And so I'm like,
You talking about the
okay,
Charger two door?
yeah, I'm talking about
Uh
the
huh.
Charger two-door.
Yeah.
Charger RT, inline six, 420 horsepower, $50,000 base price over the Challenger. Now that means that the car, 206.5 inches long, is 8 inches longer, 8.7 inches longer. So it's grown a lot. It's gotten big. And so you know that ain't gonna come for free. So you already know you're gonna be charged a little bit more for just that right there. The fact that they went a class size up. We have to keep it in relative. The base price for the previous Charger with that similar amount of horsepower, which would have been what 85 horsepower. I think the base price would have been around about 47 grand for a V8 with 485 horsepower. And so it did get a little bit more expensive, I will admit. But is it
10K.
really that much more?
Yes.
No, that would have been
10,
3 grand.
10.
3 grand,
Listen.
3 grand,
Okay, listen. No,
3 grand,
listen.
3 grand.
49K
That
for
is
the
it.
base RT. 49 base for the base RT.
We, okay, so for the
37K for the base original MRSP Dodge
but
Charger
that's with a
RT.
V that don't have the V that don't have 420
That does
horsepower.
have the V8. That has the
But it don't got
V8.
the 420 horsepower. Back out what 375?
Yeah, listen, Kenya, come on. Are we
It ain't
are
gonna
we
be as
hanging
quick.
up? Are we gonna hang up on our horsepower? We
Yes, we
and
are.
let's
It could
listen. That's
because this is
naturally
listen.
aspirated horsepower
Remember,
at that.
okay, look. It's naturally, yeah, I get it. But here, look, it is, yeah, that's true. But look, people are gonna put a high value on that. And I don't get me wrong, the V8 sound way better than that that inline six, man. It's not. I personally, now if you ask me, I want the V8. I'm just not gonna get it with that inline six. I mean, I like the inline six, but it just don't have that muscle car sound. 420 horsepower, it's probably gonna be just as quick. I'm serious. It's probably gonna be just as quick, even though it's a bigger car. It's like 8.5 inches longer, and it's got 420 horsepower. It's
Okay.
only $3 grand
Okay.
more. Only $3 grand. That's
3 grand
useful
more for
for
what?
one generation to the next. It's not gonna be the same price.
Kenya, 3 grand for what? 3 grand more for
That's what's
what?
gonna happen. It's bigger.
And at 11,000 for both the bases. That's crazy. And by the
11,000.
way,
Look,
we are on carscoops.com. 11,000. Yes, there is a horsepower difference between the both bases. I will admit that. But you're looking at over 11,000. Why not $5,000? 11, no, almost 12,000. $11,755
okay. What?
increase
All right.
over the
I'm gonna.
base.
You still gotta look at the specs because you cannot get more performance for free. It just don't work.
Okay, I ride with you
You
on that,
gotta
right?
you gotta
Okay, Ken,
compare performance to performance.
listen, I ride with you on that. What about just charging me an extra 5 grand more?
Okay, I understand the extra five. I'm not sure where you're getting this
What?
11 grand because I'm looking at, like I said, if I'm comparing trim to trim, I'm looking at specifications. And Dodge, they're also going to be thinking the same thing. They're saying, okay, what did we charge for them the last time? Well, we charged about 46.5 grand for 485 horsepower. You know, so for the RT coming up, you know, we're probably gonna have to charge them a little bit more. It's a bigger car. It's a newer generation. It's on a new platform. It's got more technology. It's got more standard features. We'll give them an extra three. We'll charge them an extra 3.5 grand, and we're gonna give
Okay,
them
what
an
are you
inline
getting that
six.
3.5 grand from?
But here's the thing: the base Charger had a V6, and that was
Listen,
the one
okay,
that was at 34 grand.
yeah. But they only went up another 4 grand for a V8.
So you're
That's
saying that
37 grand to $245. Listen,
for
okay, what do you get there? Okay,
375 horsepower.
look,
And it's
yeah,
not going
help
to
me.
outperform this inline six. I guarantee you
Can you,
that.
can you,
It
can
wouldn't have
you
never did
help me understand the price difference of 3,000? What are you getting that from? Because I don't
I'm
see
saying,
it.
I'm
I see.
saying, I'm saying, I'm looking at, look, I'm looking on here
What are
on,
your numbers on?
look, I'm looking at the 2023 Dodge Challenger. Base MSRP starts off at 34 grand. It goes all the way up to 58 and a half, 50, just below 59,000.
Okay.
So I'm looking at Car and Driver in one of their tests. Okay, their price as tested was what? 53,995, just below 54,000. The base price for this trim was 46,590. This is a V8 with 485 horsepower. It's got more horsepower than the inline six. Don't get me wrong, but you're saying that it's $11,000 more.
Okay, what
I'm
was the
saying
base?
that
What was the base that
the
car and
base
driver
the base price was
for what?
46. Okay,
For what
base
vehicle
price
again?
for this trim, the Dash 2023 model,
23 model.
which starts off at 34 grand.
Starts at 34 grand
Its base price though for the V8, I'm
for the
saying,
V8.
is 46 and a half.
Okay, I think you confusing the price as tested.
Price as tested was 54,000.
I'm trying to because my number's saying 37 $245,000.
Now you like I said, I
Let
mean,
me
what
let me
you gotta look at the numbers though. gotta look at the numbers.
But I'm talking about for the base RT. I'm talking about the bell bone RT. I'm not talking about the RT that
You
goes
talking
up to
about the
45
you
grand.
talking you
I'm
talking
just
about
talking
the
about
RT with a V6 with
no. I'm talking about
300 horsepower.
RT that just has the Hemi in it, and that's it, right?
I'm telling you that Hemi ain't it's
Okay,
I'm
okay,
telling you,
Kenya.
you
Okay,
looking at a
okay.
used price.
All right,
Because
we gonna about to wrap it up. But here's
I'm just
my
saying that
question.
I'm just
He,
I'm just saying that they're not pricing themselves out of the market.
I believe they are
That they're
because
not
I don't
doing
think anybody who is buying these cars, they are gonna be in tremendous debt.
it. It's
I hope,
inflation.
but here's the thing, and I'm gonna show you this. And this is from EPI.org, and I'm gonna show you this chart. And let me make sure I find out this chart. This come from the Economic Policy Institute. You know, from 1948 to 2013. Look, at 1973, the pay rate with inflation adjusted has essentially flatlined from 1973 to 2013, and it has been continued to be like that for a while. It literally has flatlined for the average traditional American. So everything, the productivity is going up, everything is going up, but the pay. That's my question. Who are going to pay for these cars?
Well, that's almost a whole different. Look, that is across the board for every automaker now because everybody look, sports cars are not selling that good. The Mustang ain't selling that good.
But look.
The Mustang
Hyundai is
you
making
used to
affordable
be.
cars though.
My brother got a V8 Mustang, a 5.0 for what? 36 grand in 2016. You try to get a 5.0 now?
And that's my point.
47,000.
Listen, that's my point. That the level of inflation, our pay has not kept up with inflation, right? And I'm closing out on this. And guys, leave your comments in the comment section. We might pick this video back up so we can get some more charts and numbers. But Kenya take is it's a progressive loop, right? A progressive incline. And I understand what Kenya is saying, right? With the progressive accoutrements of the new Dodge Charger, right? And they have to
It's
tack on these prices, right?
safety
New
safety
platform,
standards, new platform,
new everything,
larger
right?
size,
I understand that,
having to meet
but
strict fuel emissions, all of that
but you could,
is
I mean, you could have. Monster came out with the CS90 completely new, and it was way more affordable. It's still more affordable than a Dodge Charger. New, completely new, new architecture, new engine, new everything. And Monster made it way more
it's a much
approachable,
nicer car.
and it's a much nicer car with much nicer interior. So
It don't got it. Look, the
why is
okay. Let me go
okay,
to
okay.
let me go to the Charger Scat Pack that also has an inline six. 500 and in my mind, this is a much better bargain because you only get a $5,000 increase. Base MSRP 550 horsepower for the inline six at 55,000.
Okay,
55,000. 550
plausible.
horsepower inline six.
That's
That
his
that
base.
sounds more, you know, that sounds more correct to me.
I can see that to a degree, and you know what? I ain't gonna even argue with you on that. But the overall adjusting of the inflation versus the pay rate, I think we need to reevaluate the prices that we're putting on these vehicles, especially when you got Mazda, Hyundai, Kia coming into play. And so when we have these makers coming into America and they coming in and they not playing no game, I'm Listen though, my thing is, hey, you know what? It's a vehicle, and I'm gonna be transparent with you. It's a vehicle that I want to buy. I'm going to buy.
Dodge Charger.
No, actually, I might buy it too, but and I know it's hypocritical, but I'm gonna wait till the price drop. So here's the thing. Here's a vehicle that I might buy, and one of the reasons that I'm going to buy it is because of the nameplate, not because of the nameplate of it's a fancy name. It's a nameplate because of the reliability, and that's the Toyota Land Cruiser 250, right? That's a vehicle that I desire to buy. If I'm gonna spend $72,000, it's going to be on something that I know that's going to last me for 15 to 20 years. I'm not going to spend that much money on a doggone Dodge, and I know it's going to overheat in 8 to 10 years. Come on. And it's going to constantly overheat? Like, nah. Anyway,
I feel you.
this,
And I ain't disagreeing. I mean, yeah, I feel you on the Dodge thing and its reliability. Um, I feel you on that. I was gonna ask this question though.
go
I
ahead,
mean, I
Ashley.
know you talked about a Land Cruiser. I don't want to get off subject, but
Go
just
ahead.
know that that's a pure off-road vehicle, and I think that you can get a Camry that'll last you a really long cheap.
Yeah. Yeah. And I would agree. And
That's
it's
what you want.
a
If that's your
hybrid.
value on what's a good vehicle, if that's
But what I'm saying is, if
you
I'm gonna do
know,
70,000, I might as well get a Land Cruiser. That's what I'm saying. I'm comparing price to price. If I go for 72,000, I want to know that
I mean,
this
for
vehicle
for
is not
for
going
all
to
the
mess
muscle
me
car
over.
lovers, the Dodge Charger might suit them. They might have found it worth it for the Hellcat
Listen,
red eye.
listen. I
The
want
red eyes.
to listen, Ken. I'm gonna want to make this point clear to Dodge fans. That vehicle, the layout, the engine, the choices that they made with that car as a whole, I think is perfect and phenomenal. So I'm
Talking
sorry
about
I didn't
with
the
the
Dodge
inline
Charger,
six.
right?
Okay.
I'm not talking about the EV. I'm not talking about the doo doo
Oh
out
man,
there. We're talking about the inline six Hurricane and I'm sorry I did not lead in with that. But that's an awesome vehicle. I've been going to the dealerships and multiple times just to see it. It's very attractive. It's very dynamic.
I can see Vin Diesel driving it. That's a fact.
Exactly. It's an awesome vehicle. But why I don't believe that this vehicle was made for the masses. And if Dodge is okay with that, I'm cool with that.
Well, they
But
have to look at the price that people were paying for the previous generation models. Like if people love the Hellcats, if that's what the volume seller was, then they're gonna gear it towards those buyers.
understandable. And I think, yeah, it's understandable. But yeah, I think we should be a little bit more considerate and a
And
little
I
bit
asked
more
this,
understanding of
and
just
now
the
the
landscape
question
of things.
I was
Go
gonna
ahead.
ask, because there's also the four-door version, right?
Yeah,
Now previously that car, the Dodge Charger, which used to be the sedan version,
yeah,
was the best-selling large sedan in United States.
yes.
Now, if you want to say that's because, well, all the patrols, state
That don't
patrols had
count.
them, and that don't count. Now, I don't know if that was the reason why, or if it was because people just love the fact that it was a muscle car and it had muscle car
It was a muscle car and it had
and
muscle
it
car
had muscle car
performance.
performance. Okay. Now, um, with that being said, do you think that now this is I don't know. Honestly, I actually don't really know the answer to this question.
Go ahead, ask.
Because it looked like to me they're trying to do a lot with the inline six.
But go
But
ahead, can you? I'm interested.
do you believe that Dodge will be forced to bring back the Hemi V8 into the Charger?
They will.
because
They
of the
are.
lack of sale.
I don't think. Listen, I
Even
want to
though the
make.
platform was only created for an inline six and an electric platform, it wasn't created for a V8.
Yeah, I mean they already stated, Kenya. By the end of 2026, the V8 will be here in both the 4-door and 2-door. Yeah. So the question is, do we have the Pentastar V6 now? Hardly
No,
the
we don't need that.
Pentastar V6. Now, hear me out. The Pentastar V6 is a good engine for what
But
it's wrote.
for 300 horsepower, yeah.
It's a good engine. It has a lifespan of about 8 years before it start acting crazy.
Yeah, Wallace had what? How long did Wallace have his Dodge Charger? It had
He
that
had it
V6.
for about 5, 6. He had no problems out of it whatsoever. And so, Pentastar 3.6 V6 is an excellent engine for up to 8 to 9 years before it start overheating. Right? They, for the most part, fixed the overheating with the 3.6. Now, the 3.5 had a real overheating problem, but the 3.6 has been, for the most part, fixed. Now, some 3.6, you have to replace the water pump. You have to make sure you drain the hose, everything, right? My question is, if you are charging the prices of your competitors, whether it be Honda,
They ain't got no
Toyota,
competitors for the
they
Charger.
don't. They don't. But we are talking about over the overall landscape, right? I still think competition is competition because when you are not reliable, let's say if Dodge was reliable, and by reliable I mean 10-year reliability. I'm not even talking about 10-year reliability. Forgive me, 15-year reliability. Guess what? Dodge ain't got no competitors at all. But because of their unreliableness, that's I don't know if that's your word. Because of that
Unreliability.
unreliability, it will cause the consumer to look elsewhere. So that's
There
my
ain't nowhere
take.
else to look.
I mean, you're gonna be
I mean,
forced to go and like, well, I want this Charger, but man,
unless you
yeah,
want to include the Mustang. If you want to include the Mustang.
it's not gonna be able. Yeah, the Mustang is not gonna be it. The Mustang, yeah, it don't. I mean, truthfully, so yeah, if you being technical, they don't have any mainstay
They,
competitors at
yeah,
all.
I mean, they got the GTD, which has like 800 horsepower. But that's more of a track attack car.
Mm.
So I can't really include that.
But you know what,
So
Kenya? This is what they can do. And this is something I would settle for. And I know I'm going to sound like a hypocrite. Listen, what happened if, and I mean, I don't know why. What happened if they did the station wagon with a manual transmission, Dodge Charger?
how popular are station wagons in the United States? You know,
Listen to me.
they're not popular.
Listen to me. No, 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 no. The traditional station wagon is not popular. However, the high powered enthusiast station wagon is popular, right?
Really?
The
From who?
Audi,
The RS6?
yeah, the Audi,
Is that even offered here?
yeah, the station wagon. Let me see. Hold for 1 second.
That man, is that thing on sale?
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, don't get
it's
me wrong, I
offered
love
in
Audi,
America.
but
Yeah, it's in America. In fact,
look, I know
it's the
AMG got
only
the E
station wagon.
class wagon, but I don't see those things, man.
I see them.
Not the high performance.
Yeah. They only sell the high performance one.
Well, that's what the RS6 is. It's a wagon. It's a high performance wagon. Because the RS6 is the
You know what?
RS6. It's above the S6.
That car show is always. Hold for 1 second. Yeah. Anyway, I think it would have been a great way to introduce some high class manual transmission inline six. Now if they sell that for 78 or 72,000 all in, I'll do it. because Audi is doing it,
That's exactly
BMW
what
is
I'm
doing
saying.
it.
Like, it's not gonna work because they can't compete with Audi and BMW for one.
They listen.
Wh- wh-
It's a market out there.
for
It's
wagons, that's what you're saying. High performance
for
wagons.
high performance wagons.
They can't compete with the pricing for against against those cars though. I'll tell you that.
Listen,
And
they don't
I
have
don't
to
think it would
compete.
work for. I don't think it
Listen,
would work for a Charger because
li-
people it don't have that nostalgia
yes, it
anymore.
do. It do. Remember the Magnum, the Dodge Magnum wagon, right? Designed by Audi former designer.
But it don't remind you of Vin Diesel. Like people want to feel like they're Vin Diesel, man, and so
Hey,
they
look,
want. Vin Diesel drove Plymouths and Chryslers and Dodges. That's what he drove. I ain't never seen him drive no wagon. So yeah,
look. Check this out. This is what I want to do. I'm gonna say this and then we're gonna close out. Share screen, share. All right, you see this, Kenyon? This is a concept. It will work. Trust me, Kenyon. It will work. We are on
I
carscoops.com,
mean,
by the way. It
I
will work.
mean,
Manual
it.
transmission.
I
Manual
mean, I'm not saying it won't
transmission.
work, but I'm talking about how as a public, how they have to evaluate how well wagons are being received.
Kenya,
So
Kenya, they are
I'm
doing
look
well in America. High powered wagons are doing well. BMW is selling
well.
their wagon
What's the market
well
share
enough to
versus?
well enough to sell it in America. The Audi is doing the exact same thing.
See them.
So
I mean, I'm just
I
saying,
I
unless they making a
I
comeback, they're not doing
look,
better than
man,
sedans.
look,
I'll tell you
man,
that.
just think about
And sedans are
look,
not doing
listen,
all that good.
man, give me a wag, man. You give me that with a inline six in the manual transmission, $72,000 all in. I'm a sucker. I'm getting it, and I'm not a hypocrite. I'm just saying the prices should be a lot lower. That's all. This is the Ken and Dunn show.
So
Ken,
we'll
make
see
some
y'all
noise.
next time. I
This
win
is
again.
Dunn.
Man, I'm on a roll, man. I'm on a roll.
You're
I'm
not.
Ken.
Hey, leave the comments in the comment section below. Like and subscribe.
The
You
Ken
have
and Don
any
Show,
questions,
the
we'll get to you
Automotive
guys
Podcast.
ASAP. Right? This is Ken
All right.
and Dunn show. We are
Tell
out.
the truth. All right. I'll see you next time.